This is going to be the last time that I try. The last time. I'm over it. Can y'all hear me? I'm over it. Ooh, we got sound. Let me see. Let's see. Goodness gracious. Woo! This is crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy, I tell you. Let me see. Hey, hey, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? You hear me? Yes, we have sound. Hold tight, y'all. Goodness gracious, this was ridiculous. Let me go correct my settings real quick. Hold on. We have sound. We have the thumbs up. Awesome. Let me know the people know. Um, can y'all hear me still? Goodness, this is crazy. Hold on, y'all. I'm adjusting my stuff real quick. Woo wee! This was baby. It was playing in my face. You know what I'm talking about? It was playing in my face. I don't even know what I was coming on here to talk about at this point. Chill. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let me let the people know we back. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? I went to go share the Facebook, Kelsey. Okay. Goodness. They was StreamYard had me in a chokehold, baby. StreamYard had me in a chokehold, okay? Goodness. Hey Hazel, what's up, Jeanette? Welcome back, Kelsey. Hey Shelly. If you are tuning in if you are tuning in from Facebook, make your way on over to YouTube. Y'all know how we do. We stream live and direct from YouTube. Here's the link for you guys. Now, all that hard work I did sharing myself out to these different pages and stuff and groups, people probably like, girl, what did you got going on? I had to reset my whole phone, go into my direct settings, edit the settings, then take StreamYard off, re-add it to my phone, re-log back in. I don't know if it was StreamYard, if it was my phone. I don't know what it was, Candy, to be honest with you. But what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Summer, your host with the most of Summer's Room. We are back with another recap, and we got a lot to discuss. This is the live I was supposed to give you guys yesterday. Don't hold it against me. You know what I'm saying? I had to go be a wife or whatever. But we got a lot of stuff to cover today. New stuff came out in the midst of me not being able to do that live yesterday. We're going to be covering Jolie Shine and Drishon. We're going to be covering Tati and Sunshine. We're going to be covering Chef Carmen, Rico, her daughter, Darnell, her friend, and we're also going to be covering a little bit of Gabe, Trail, and Miss Netta, okay, because they continue their shenanigans again today. And a little bit of Shauna's story, probably. We'll see if we can get to her. She'll be saved last because it ain't really a lot to talk about. But we're going to get in here. So if you are over on Facebook, come to YouTube. While you over there, though, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're on YouTube, you can absolutely hit that share button, copy the link, and paste it onto your Facebook page. Or go share out the stream right now. Drop your at highlights, your at followers, your at top fans. Let your peoples know that we are live and direct with a recap. Toya, don't hold it against me. How do I join the memberships? If you would like to become a member of the page, if you go to the front of the home screen, it should be a button you can slide over and it should say memberships. And then you select which membership you would like to join. Matter of fact, I said I was going to get the link so I could start posting it in my chat. I'm going to see if I can get the link for you. And I'll post it if I can. Let me see. Ciao. I think it was a joke, but I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. How do I? You know what? I don't even see. I don't see it either. Somebody was telling me more about this channel. Mm. You know what? I really don't even know how you become a member. That's crazy. When I looked last time, it was a matter of like the front screen. Maybe you have to be on the website to become a member, cause I don't see it. Oh wow, yeah. Let me know, cause I can't. I don't see it either. Hmm. Maybe let me see. Maybe you have to be on like the YouTube.com, like on the website. Mel, are you in the comments, Mel? Is anybody in the comments that is a member of the channel? Click the little money button at the bottom right hand corner next to the comment section. Then you will see where it says membership. Oh, look at her teaching me something. Let me see. She said, click the little money icon. Oh, I see the money icon. Mine just say super sticker or super chat though. It don't say nothing about memberships. So once you subscribe, the button changes to member. Let me see. Or mine says super chat. I joined from YouTube on my TV, couldn't do it from my phone. So they don't just make it easy, it seems. It seems that they don't just make, because I'm subscribed and the membership button definitely didn't pop up. So maybe you have to do it from like the website. Okay, I'll try that. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay, mine says memberships. Yeah, I don't know because I don't see it on my other device either. So maybe it has something to do with being on an actual website or something like that. Because I was going to get the link. In. What up, Mel? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. We have sound. Yes, we do. About time. About time. Let me see if I can get the link for you real quick because I'm not really sure why. Um. Okay, I'm back. Can y'all hear me still? I was trying to see if I could find a link because I've seen people share like a link on their YouTube. Welcome, welcome. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, yeah, I got sound. Okay, I got sound. I clicked the link from the Remind app, then came here and the little button says membership. Oh, Mel, that was so sweet. How does that work, Mel? Gifted 5 Summers Room memberships. Like, how do you get it? Do it just randomly give it to people or do you select the people? All right, so I'm about to be clipping Facebook. So if you would like to stay here for the recap, come on over to YouTube. I'm gonna drop the link for y'all. Thank you so much for those for gifting those 5 memberships, Mel. I truly, truly appreciate you. There is the link for YouTube. I'm gonna be clipping Facebook. If the link does not work for you, you could go over to YouTube and type Summers Room, all one word, and it should bring you to the live stream. So we're gonna go ahead and get on off of Facebook and we're gonna get into this tea, okay? We're gonna get into this tea for sure. We are. And that's on period. Get y'all drinks, get y'all chips, and let's get into it. Dice.
The tea is coming soon.
We got the tea.
If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Summer's Room. The tea is coming soon.
We got the tea.
If you're at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Summer's Room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay, and we are back. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this tea? This recappity cat. What's up, Ebony Boo? How you doing, love? How you doing? What's up, Shelly? How y'all doing? Stay tuned for Summer's Room. Period. Pooh. I love my little jingle jingle. Now we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, and I'm going to be starting with we're going to start with Chef Carmen, okay? We're going to start with Chef Carmen, Nicole, Rico. It don't really this recap don't really concern too much of Tay and her daughter. Okay, we're gonna start off with that. So y'all know we've been covering this story for the last couple of days. Um it's been a really interesting story because I didn't catch this from the beginning, so I'm just watching it just like everybody else. If you haven't watched them, if you haven't been covering Carmen and them from the very tippy beginning, like you just kind of catching up with all the stuff that's happening now that's unfolded behind Rico leaving Houston with a friend named Nicole. Okay, it was a few things that came out, allegations that was made by Nicole, not Rico himself, because we still have yet to hear Rico's story. We hear other people talking for um, Rico. Okay, so Nicole ended up going on a panel with the same people that Rico went on a panel with to kind of chime in. But prior to her going on the panel, it was a live that had happened. I don't know if it was the same day or the day before, where a young lady had said that Nicole doesn't do social media. She doesn't have a platform. She does not keep up with all the stuff that's going on. She has no idea pretty much about like the negative stuff that's going on. I don't know if I posted that clip, but I definitely recorded it. If I didn't, then I will. However, when Nicole came onto the live, she sounded very versed in what's been going on social media. She didn't sound like she was out of the loop at all, in regards to what had been unfolding on social media. She definitely knew what Tay had been saying, what Carmen had been saying, and things like that. And so Nicole went live and she spoke about how she met Chef Carmen. She said that she reached out to Chef Carmen. They were doing some type of petition and they needed signatures. And she reached out to Chef Carmen asking could she help her get signatures. Chef Carmen ended up sharing a petition, and they were able to get the signatures they need. Now, I can't remember what she said the petition was for, but they got the signatures they need. She said in return for Chef Carmen doing this for her, she ended up asking the girl Nicole allegedly to create a page and to defend her publicly on social media. Now, those who know who Chef Carmen is, you're aware of all the backlash she's catching. For those who don't, Chef Carmen is a chef on she's a cook, she's a chef. She has a food trailer. She was real big in Atlanta from my understanding. She had a seasoning product out called I Got You Seasoning that she teamed up with Boss Lady to kind of push it further. She no longer is a part of that company. Boss Lady, y'all may not know who that is. I really don't know who she is, but she's some type of multimillionaire. She now owns I Got You Seasoned 100%. She bought Carmen out of the business. So she said she declined the money from Chef Carmen because Chef Carmen offered to pay her to do this defending of her on social media, but she declined the offer, but she still defended her. She said, I still defended her online, but I declined her paying me for it. Thank you so much for the tip, Mel. I appreciate you. Hey, Anna Marie. Thank you, love. And make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Hitting the thumbs up on the live lets YouTube know that they can recommend me out. It helps us to grow in the algorithm. And if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you go hit that thumbs up, okay? Subscribing to the channel is absolutely free. So after the whole sorry, let's rewind real quick, okay? I forgot to make an announcement after my little jingle. The person who created that jingle for me, her name is Dice. If you're looking for a jingle for your platform or podcast or whatever you might be going on, you're looking for somebody that can write you a cute little intro, hit up this page, Dice and Cats on Facebook. Let them know Summer's Room sent you, and they will definitely hook you up. All right. Now let's get back to the regularly scheduled program. Okay. Um. So Nicole, to give y'all a backstory for those who don't know, Nicole is supposed to be the savior of, well, not supposed to be. Nicole is the one that Rico went to for help to escape Texas, okay? So this is who the Nicole lady is. Nicole is the person who Rico is currently staying with, okay? We thought that Rico was back in Atlanta with his family. He is not. I found out from a live last night that Rico is actually in Arkansas with Nicole, staying with Nicole at her home. And Nicole has a husband or boyfriend. I got two different kind of statements. She has a man. She's in a relationship. She has a spouse. And she has children. and grandchildren and things like that. And Rico is staying with her in Arkansas. Okay, so let's get into it to the next thing. So, whew, she went into some details about how she stayed in Houston for a little bit. She had some daughters that live in Houston, and this is the reason why she was traveling to Houston, staying at Rico's back and forth, because she was going to visit her adult children in Houston. She alleges that Carmen offered for her to stay at Rico's apartment with her, with Rico, when she was going to move back to her hometown or whatnot. Carmen had offered her to stay with Rico, and she declined. For whatever reason, she said she didn't need it. She was going to go ahead and go about her business. Let's see. She went into some other details, like outlining their history, how they went to parties, how she hung out, how she didn't really formulate a relationship with Tay because she felt like Tay's spirit, she just didn't vibe with her. She picked up right off bat that Tay wasn't the person for her. And she ended up going into like a rant about Tay, about how she money hungry and all she like is designer and to spend money and da 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 da. That part I wasn't really too much interested in, because if Tay liked to spend money, she into designer. Who cares? She's a grown woman. If that's what she likes, that's what she likes. Why are people upset that Tay likes to shop? A lot of women like to shop. A lot of women like to spend on luxury. I didn't understand why that was important. And if her wife gives her money to buy these things, I don't understand how that was anybody's concern. So I wasn't really too much interested in that part, for real, for real. And a lot of people seem to be stuck on Tay and not liking Tay because of some of those reasons. And I'm a little bit confused by that. I'm not going to hold y'all. Can y'all hear me? I'm steady talking. Can y'all hear me? I'm steady talking. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, my little bubble wasn't moving, so I wasn't sure. Okay. Okay, let me get back into it. So, just doing a chat to make sure. Oh, so y'all listening closely, because I don't see no comments in the comment section. Okay, so anyway, I didn't understand that part, so I really didn't care about that. And so the majority of the rest of the live pretty much was her just kind of ragging on Tay. Let me see. I got some notes here for y'all. She was from the shop, visited Rico. Okay, and then she went into the detail of her going to visit Rico. Rico not having no food. The only thing he had in his refrigerator was his Ozempic, a pack of lunch meat, and in the freezer was Chef Carmen and the top of their wedding cake and some sea moss that a supporter had sent to her. And she said they end up going to the market and buying chicken. She ended up making chicken for Rico, frying him some chicken, I think. And I don't know if she knows, but if he's on Ozempic, that's not something he should have been eating, right? Because if he's taking it for diabetes, then he definitely shouldn't have fried food. And if he's taking it for weight loss, that's kind of in opposition of what he should be eating. So that was that. And then she said it was another time that she went and Rico wanted to go to the rodeo, but he couldn't go because he didn't have enough money for tickets and to buy boots and things like that. And she said she reached out to Chef Carmen and was like, he need a job. He need his own money. He's saying he broke. He want to do things. He don't have no coins. And she says allegedly that Chef Carmen said he don't need to get no job. He has a hernia and he has a colostomy bag. Now, I'm not sure why she decided to tell us about his medical history in detail, that he has a hernia allegedly in a colostomy bag, because I had no clue that he had a hernia or a colostomy bag. I'm assuming that she spoke to Rico and he was okay with her disclosing that information. At least I will hope that she was, because I didn't know that. Did anybody know that he had a colostomy bag or hernia? I do not watch them consistently, but the few lives that I have seen, I've never seen that spoke about or mentioned. Did y'all know that about Rico? Because I did it. And I was like, dang, she just put his business out there like that. And I don't recall anyone in the comment section mentioning that they knew that already. So I'm assuming everybody pretty much found out about that on that live when Nicole mentioned it. Okay. So I was like, dang. Um, so she mentioned, well, if he got a hernia, then why do y'all have him working for y'all lifting these heavy boxes? Now, I personally have not seen him lift anything. Like I said, I don't watch them verbatim. I have seen them unload the truck that he be driving. But I saw him and Chef Carmen do that together. But I don't watch all their lives, so I may have missed it. I would assume when she said heavy boxes, she was referring to like those big cases of chicken. He don't got money. Why was it the place? Cause he living for free, no bills, and making some money. Why was it her place? Cause he living for free, no bills, making some money. Right. So and then I went and did some research because I'm like, oh, hernia, he got a hernia, maybe he shouldn't be lifting. But I went to read, and so I was wrong because I would assume if you had a hernia, automatically you're not supposed to lift nothing. But that's not the case. They said most people are encouraged to still work out, do heavy lifting, and et cetera, et cetera. But if you are expecting to have hernia surgery, or depending on what type of hernia, how large it is, then it may cause some type of restriction. So without knowing that detail, I'm not really sure if he has any restrictions with him having this alleged hernia. Um, so I'm not sure. So that leaves me with more questions. Like, y'all gonna put it out there that he got some medical stuff. Can we get some details about it? Like, can I understand? Yeah, I went to Dr. Google, and that's what Dr. Google told me. Cause I naturally assumed like it was some type of limitations, but generally speaking, it is not. I said, oh, okay. And that was from the Mayo Clinic website, I think. So I was like, oh, okay. Hey, Sharon Love. So then she said that they had did a video, and she said she was doing it sneakily, is what she admitted on that live. That she went live with Rico. They was doing karaoke and cooking and stuff. And the reason why she went live is because she wanted to show the people that his refrigerator was empty indirectly. And Darnell seen the video, or Chef Carmen seen the video, and they called Rico and told him to take the video down. And da 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 is what she alleges. And she asked Rico, like, why you had to take the video down. You're not allowed to kind of do your own thing in your home. Like, they control your social media. And she claimed that Chef Carmen went into his Facebook herself and removed the live. Now, so this is what she said. I don't know. So I'm sitting there like, that's what it say. That's what it said, Mel. But it also said it depends on how large and where the hernia is located. So I ain't no doctor, but that's what Shake Google said. She also mentioned that the truck that Rico drove was raggedy. She claimed it had a tick when it drove, and that it needed tires. Now, somebody mentioned that she said if somebody is paying your rent, your utilities, provided a car for you, pays for the insurance, pays for your cell phone bill, pays to put gas in it, you make money on top of your living expenses being taken care of, doing odds and ends and things like that. How come you couldn't get your own tires? Now, I don't know. If he ain't had no money, then how can he get tires? But Chef Carmen also ran down some payments that she sent to him that was in the thousands of dollars. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I was born with a hernia and it doesn't bother me, but each case is different. I know a lot of people that are born with hernias. Now that you say that, Ebony, you know that belly button be protruding, but it don't stop them from doing nothing. Carmen says she does not have any of his sign ones. Carmen says she does not have any of his sign on. Oh, his sign ons for his social media. I heard her say that. I feel like she's doing it for clout and cash app. Is she a creator? No, allegedly she doesn't have a page at all. And if she do, it's not under her name, it's under something else. It also depends on where the hernia. Yep, that's what I said. He was told to go get tires by Tay. And he was. Tay said she had a conversation with him when she found out about the tires, and told him that she would pay for the tires initially to go find out how much they cost. She would cover the cost of the tires. Um, but he would need to pay her back. What the conversation was, right? So she also mentioned that the GPS in the truck was broken, so he had to memorize how to get around town. Now, I didn't understand that, right? Because I've been in plenty of cars where the GPS is not actually connected because they don't have the Wi-Fi service or whatever they need for the GPS actually to work. But he has a cell phone, right? Most people have a cellular device, which Colm said she paid for his cellular device, his monthly bill. So if the GPS in the truck wasn't working, he could have simply used the GPS on his cell phone, right? Could he have? I'm like, why he didn't just use the GPS on his phone? Because she brought that up, and I'm just like, that seems very trivial. You saying tires, it has a tick, and his GPS was broke in here. Well, why he just use the GPS on his phone? You know? So this, and I know a lot of people feel like, oh, you defending him. No, I'm just listening to what was said and pointing out the obvious things. Without having to know the ins and out, these are things to me that can be solved. Um, Let me see. What else did she mention? She also said that she had proof for all the things she was saying, but she wasn't going to give any receipts for it because they were saving it for a later live. To me, if you want to talk about it here on this live, why not drop the receipts that you have? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe this was a tactic to pull people into whatever that later live will be, so the numbers are numbering. And I'm like, Rico was supposed to tell his story at a later date. And what I'm thinking now is they're going to wait for him to get monetized on his page. And he's almost at 10K. I'm pretty sure he has the hours probably already or very close to it because his numbers be numbering on his lives. And they're going to go live and monetize off of the story, which makes sense. Like, make some coins while you at it, right? He had keys to all the Chef Carmen's vehicles. Tires are not a lot if he has no bills. Maybe the phone only worked on Wi-Fi. I don't think so. Can you use the GPS on your phone? Yeah, I use the GPS on my phone all the time. Or maybe he has the same GPS apps as Brandy, and he often was directed to go on. Joe, stop it, Joe. Stop it, Joe. You tripping? Oh my god. I'm dead. I'm dead. She claimed that herself and her kids has cashed at Rico on more than one occasion to send him money for him to eat because he's claimed that he didn't have anything to eat, that his funds was low and he didn't have it, right? Um So something else she did while on that live, and I don't know if this could be a criminal offense or not, but Rico has given the girl Nicole access to Chef Carmen's online banking. Okay, the lady actually allegedly called Bank of America, where Chef Carmen has an account at, and allowed us to hear the balance in the account that she had access to. Now, my intellectual assumption would be that she had access to the one that Rico had access to, the card that he left at the apartment when he left. And when she called, she said it wasn't nothing but $64 and some change on there. Let's round it up to 65, right? And when she called, it said it had $64 and some change on there. So in my mind, I'm like, but didn't he say he was sitting in the dark eating crackers and peanut butter because he didn't have nothing to eat? So if you had access to a vehicle with gas in it, you was just driving it, and you had a card that had about $65 on there, then that debunks the whole situation that he couldn't get something to eat, right? That debunks the situation that he didn't have money to get something to eat, right? Because it's just him. He's on Ozempic. I take Ozempic. Your appetite is nothing. He probably could have ate off that $65 for about 2 weeks, depending on how he would have shopped, like, and what he purchased, right? So all I could think about when I heard the balance on there was, well, he had a way to eat if he had $65. I wish I had a friend that would send me food when I ain't able to get some. Oh, Carissa, I hope somebody brings somebody in your life that does that. I will press charges on all them jokers. I don't know if if it is. Chef Carmen mentioned that she's going to look into it and find out if it is something she could do. She said, and if it is, she's going to press charges on the lady. And she said, unfortunately, if it trickled down to Rico, he made his choice. That's his bed. He gonna have to lay in it. And I feel her on that, because why would you give that lady my online banking information? And in order to access the online banking, she needed Chef Carmen's last 4 digits of her social. I don't care if it's not my whole social security number. Just the last 4 digits is a breach of her security, because a lot of different things for financial stuff requires just your last 4 digits of your social. And so if she is a creature of habit like many people, and she uses the same passcodes and stuff for different things, and Rico has access to one thing, how many other things could she gain access to with those last 4 digits of her social? You know what I'm saying? So could this be something she could press charges for? I don't know. Well, he had access to at least $64, even Kali. That would be good for 5 Happy Meals. I feel like he's going to be in a worse situation than he was supposedly was in at Chef House and be out in the streets. She's using him and trying to force him to say things. I hope not. I heard that, but that's crazy. CC was paying $3,000 a month with no problem. People say anything. Right. And I'm like, that probably was just a, and I don't even like CC. You're welcome, Carissa. Hot dogs, bologna, cheese, bread. He been eating good nowadays. Absolutely. Perhaps he is a joint owner or user on the account. No. Chef Carmen said that it's her personal account, and she gave him access to it so that she could send him funds back and forth for him to use outside of whatever she sent him, like to his personal Zelle and Cash App. So he's not on the account per what Chef Carmen is saying. I don't know why she even went live to call someone card, like she really trying to incriminate herself. I don't know if she thought that one through, because as soon as I heard it, I said, can that be like criminal? Can that be like criminal? I can make 65 work too with a family. You know how to make those, what kind of meals to go get to make them stretch? Absolutely. Um let's see, what else did we get into? Then Nicole says that Chef Carmen was living with Rico before Chef Carmen went to Atlanta. She claims that Tay told her that she needs to go to rehab for 3 months and get her gambling addiction under control. And so she was living with Rico, and they had split up, and Tay was renting out a room at her house to a Mexican guy. She Airbnb'd a room out to a Mexican guy. Now, I don't know, but that just sounds a little bit that sounds like a, I don't know. A lot of people are speculating that Chef Carmen and Tay are not together because Chef Carmen has been in Atlanta for about a month making money doing different festivals and stuff like that. Would y'all believe that Chef Carmen was living with Rico and that Tay had Airbnb'd out one of the rooms to a Mexican man in her house? That sounds a little bit funny to me. I don't know. Then she says that she offered for Rico to come stay in the room instead of the Mexican man, and told him he could do Uber Eats and pay for the room so she could help her out with some bills. I'm not saying that's a lie, but I'm also not saying it's the truth. This is what the lady said, and that sounds a little bit sketchy to me. Chef Nikki and the crew is live on 2K's live now, telling it all. I don't know what they will be telling, but okay. So, um, we're gonna talk about her too, Chef Nikki too. We're gonna have a conversation about Chef Nikki and Ashley because she did a panel too. So, um, I don't know about that. The whole Mexican man living there. I don't know about that. Sound a little bit sketchy to me. I don't know. So then Boss Lady did a live where they were saying it was going to be an announcement made. They had something special. It involved Rico. Da 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 da. Boss Lady is the person that took over the seasoning company that was once Carmen's, right? She goes live, and her big announcement was she's launching a membership to her seasoning company where you'll get a direct link and you'll get a recipe once a week, a laminated recipe once a week. You'll get seasonings, 3 of the seasonings a month, and you'll get cooking shows, okay? And it's for $60 a month. It's a membership, a subscription, $60 a month. And if you subscribe to the membership, now what I heard was for the first 24 hours, but they said at some point she mentioned for the first 2 weeks that if you subscribe to the membership and they had a discount code for you, that would give you 40% off the initial membership, for each person that signed up, from my understanding, would earn Rico $5 from each subscription. It would earn Rico $5 from each subscription out of $60 a month. And that was only for a limited time. And from my understanding, after listening to them talking about it, I thought it was just for a day, but they said it was for the first 2 weeks. So for the first 2 weeks, anybody who signs up for her $60 membership, Rico would get a whopping $5 from each membership that will go towards his car fund. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I was scratching my head about that one, okay? Because I'm like, what? I said, what? I said, what? Then on top of that, Rico is not even going to be getting the $5 for free. This is how I interpret it. Rico is going to be going to Atlanta to work with Boss Lady and do some cooking shows with her for the membership that she's launching. So the $5 he's going to be getting from each membership doesn't come free. He's going to be working for it. Now, could this mean exposure for him? Sure. Could this mean helping his page grow? For sure. Absolutely. But you can do all those things without having him to come down to work with you to make these recipes. Okay? He's not even in the same state as you. He's in Arkansas. So he get $5 from each joint, from each membership, right? He get $5 from each membership. But he's going to go down there and he's going to work with her to do some of the recipe, the cooking shows. So it don't even come free. So I'm just like, this sound crazy. And if y'all think back, if y'all watch the clips or y'all watch Darius told people, be careful of Karina. Nothing that she do is sincere. She always have some type of intentions behind the scenes, and just wait for it. Just wait for it. And could this be it? Maybe so. Because to me, it sounds like she's capitalizing off the fact that this whole Rico thing is going off. All of a sudden, you got this membership that you said you've been working on, and this is just a good time to launch it. I think that it kind of took away the limelight from Rico in that instance. And I'm not the only one that felt that way. Me and Chef Nikki, the lady that had the bob braids that was going after May at one point with Wiggy, her and Ashley is Carmen's daughter. They did. He still got to work. Yeah, they did a live after that live, and Ashley and Chef Nikki expressed how they were disgusted on how she used Rico to make money. And they mentioned that this person is supposed to be a multi-millionaire. She just was talking about buying $1 million house, and you talking about launching your subscription at $60 a month. That puts more money in your pocket. You're going to give him $5 from it, but he don't get that $5 for free because he's going to come work for that $5. So I'm like, dang. I'm like, you a multi-millionaire allegedly. Why you couldn't just drop a couple stacks in that go fund? Like, why you couldn't just drop a couple stacks in there? Just drop a couple stacks up in there and donate to him. Or shoot, just give him the 10 stacks off the top. Like, what is that to you? You could write it off as charity. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of foul. That's just my humble opinion. That's how I seen it. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit sketchy to me. Right? So that was that. Okay. And let's get into Chef Carmen's daughter, Ashley. So I'm still trying to figure out what happened with their relationship with the breakdown. Oh, wait. No, I'll say that in the midst of this. So Chef Carmen and Ashley, which is the daughter, they have a estranged relationship. They have not talked in about 2 years. And all of this stemmed from the person that Chef Carmen chose for her meat. Okay. Ashley herself confirmed on the live that I was listening to today. She wrote in the comments, let's be honest about the fallout and why we are where we are today, pretty much. And she said it was because she was allowing Tay to be on her cooking lives, and they didn't want Tay on the cooking lives. So now they fell out. She said this. The daughter said this. I've been trying to figure out what was the breakdown. The daughter said this. I have a screenshot. I'll post it. She said, the truth of the matter is, they didn't want Tay in the videos. They didn't want her minutes ago. and they didn't want her in the videos. Carmen was not going for it. She did not agree to it. So the fallout ensued between her, Boss Lady, and everybody else that is now on the other side. That is now on the other side of the fence. So I'm like, all this because of who she chose, and initially not just because of who she chose, but because she wasn't willing to allow y'all to push her out of her public life. And Chef Carmen mentioned they was in her house shooting videos. They were in Tay's house shooting videos, and they wanted her to tell her wife or her fiance at the time, or whatever she was at the time when this went on, no, you can't be in the videos of my cooking show that I'm shooting in your house in your kitchen. That don't even make sense to me. But everybody else could be in the videos and be a part of it, not her. Just not her. Now, I've been trying to figure it out. So Ashley confirmed it for me. So I don't want to hear nothing else about people trying to say it was Tay this, it was Tay that. No, it was them. And Ashley confirmed that the reason for the fallout with the people was because they didn't want her in the cooking shows. They didn't want her on the lives. They didn't like that Carmen would not allow them to, that she wouldn't accept their suggestion or their want. And boom, everybody was mad at Chef Carmen. Let me see if I can show y'all the comment. Matter of fact, because I think it's in my phone. Let me see if I can show y'all. Let me just show y'all, because this came from Ashley herself. Like, this came from Ashley herself. So I'm like, anybody saying anything different, like, it don't even matter, because she wrote this and it'll forever be out there. Okay? It will forever be out there. So here is the comment. I don't know if you guys can see it. You might have to turn your phones to the side so it looks bigger. But it says, tell the truth of why we fell. Oh, I can't even see it my damn self. I can't even see it my damn self. Um, this phone is too small. But that's the screenshot. If you're able to blow it up like after the fact when you zoom into the YouTube. I know on YouTube allow you to zoom. I can't zoom on StreamYard. I can't zoom in on StreamYard. Okay, it says tell the truth of why we fell out. It was because we didn't want you. It's because we didn't want you to find love. We were trying to conduct business, and we didn't want you bringing in. Why is it you bringing in a woman you met 5 minutes ago in the videos? That's from her daughter. That's from her daughter. Go to bed, Layla. So that's on that. Like, and there's that. I'm so sick of people talking about people be taking advantage on social media and never proving it's exhausting. Right. That's why I'm like, show me something, because I don't want y'all just telling me any old thing. I need to see something. And that came straight from the daughter. I'm gonna post it on my page, Hazel, so that people can see it clearly. I'm gonna post it on my Summers Room page on you right, you right. Let me see. So she confirmed that. Then they kind of spoke about how, as she was saying, she fired her. She told me she couldn't work for the company no more. It was some situation where Ashley was working for the seasoning company, and then Ashley no longer worked for the seasoning company. And the story that was being told was that Carmen had told her she couldn't work for the seasoning company. But on the live while Ashley was there, herself and other people said that's not what happened. What happened was Ashley walked off the job. And if, regardless if that's Carmen is her mom or Boss Lady, Carmen is her mom, Boss Lady knew her personally or nothing like that. Y'all know what it is on the job. You walk off a job, you abandon your job. That's an automatic termination. So that was a choice she made, and maybe she thought she could walk off the job and be good because that is her mom. That is was Boss Lady, but they wasn't going for that. You walked off. You abandoned your shift. You left the company a man down. So that was your decision. That wasn't them. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So I was like, oh, so it wasn't that. It was you walked off the job. Y'all didn't tell that part. Y'all made it seem like she just was fired. No, you walked off and abandoned your post is what happened. Um, Ashley mentioned that She has been working behind the scenes to get Rico away from her mom for years. So I'm like, she been trying to Rico been trying to get away from Chef Carmen for years. Why didn't he just go? When they was living in Atlanta, when Carmen moved, why did he go to Atlanta? Why didn't he just stay in Atlanta? I need to understand this mentality. Like, was somebody holding him hostage? Why was he going to be in a place he didn't want to be? From where Carmen speaks, she speaks of a place like, I was taking care of him. He's not ready to be on his own, but they saying he is capable of being on his own. He is ready to be on his own. He don't need her help. He could have did it by himself this whole time. So my question, big question mark, would be, why didn't he do it on his own this entire time? Why didn't he do it on his own this entire time is my question. What was preventing him this whole time from just like getting up and going, rolling out? Like, what was preventing him? That's what I said, Kelsey. And that's what Boss Lady said on one of her lives. She said that after they spoke out against Boss Lady, they said Ashley, which is Carmen's daughter, is a entitled and spoiled brat. She's used to getting her way, and when she doesn't get her way, she flips out. And that's what it sounds like. I said that the other day. The more I learn about the scenario, the more I agree that she's spoiled and entitled, and she is a brat that had a temper tantrum. And Ashley was actively on the live, and when questions was being asked and she was typing, she could not give no tangible reason as to the reason why they have this big thing between them. The only thing that kept coming out is she doesn't like that her mom is with Tay, and as long as she is with Tay, they can't have a relationship. Chef Carmen went into this explanation of she's been reaching out to her daughter. She attempts to reach out to her daughter. She attempts to make contact with her daughter. Her daughter will not answer her calls. She won't text her back, nothing. Chef Carmen went into how she misses her granddaughter and how she loves her to the moon and back, pretty much like, and it breaks her heart that she can't be with her grandchild. It breaks her heart that she doesn't have a relationship with her daughter, that she would have never chose that for herself. It was not a choice of hers. This was a choice her daughter made. She said her daughter told her she didn't want to be a part of her life if Tay was a part of her life. And that's pretty much what it was. Now, for me, we grown. You have to set boundaries. My children are not going to tell me who to be with. If you don't want to be a part of my life because of who I chose to be with, that's a choice that my adult children would make. That would be on them. Would I want to separate from them? Absolutely not. Would I still encourage a relationship and still attempt to make connections? Absolutely, I would. But you're not going to put me in a position where I ultimately have to choose you over a love life. You don't get to control who I'm with. You don't have to have a relationship with who I'm with either. You can choose not to build with that person. You're going to respect that person and they're going to respect you. You know what I'm saying? But y'all don't have to be buddies. Y'all don't have to kumbaya. Y'all don't have to hang out. But what me and you got, parent and child, should not have to come to an end because of who I choose to be with. Now, I could see if she said Tay put her hands on her, Tay did something to her to cause her harm, bodily harm or something like that. I could get that. Or if Tay has disrespected her in a way, like, multiple times or something like that, I could see. But none of that is coming out in this situation. None of that has come out in this situation. It sounds just like a matter of, I didn't want you with her, and because you chose to be with her, you can't have me or your grandbaby. And that is foul to me. This is what I'm hearing. This is my perspective, my understanding of it, right? So, boom. Ashley goes that Carmen reveals that Ashley always felt like something was wrong with Rico. Like something was off with him, something wasn't right. And Carmen would tell her, ain't nothing wrong with him. He's fine. Ashley felt like he had some type of disability or intellectual challenge or this, that, and the third. Well, it came out that she owes Rico $700. Now, Boss Lady put this out, meaning Rico had to have told her, right, about the $700. This is what they're saying, that Rico was the one that spilled the beans. And I think Darnell made a really good point. If you thought that Rico was intellectually, mentally disabled, whatever, like he had something wrong with him, like he was not all there, why would you borrow $700 from him? And this was years ago, and she's never paid him back. Okay, so you think something is off with the man, but you borrowed $700 from him. And my next thing would be, if Chef Carmen was not paying this man and he was just so broke all the time, how was he able to lend $700 to Ashley? Rico is a 50 something year old man. He's a 50 something year old man. How was he able to lend you $700 if he was broke? If he ain't had no money? These are the questions I have. This is what the other side is putting out. This is what y'all putting out about this man y'all claiming was broke, had nothing, was destitute, living in, in squabble conditions. This is what they are putting out about them. And so these are the questions I have. Chef Carmen mentioned that we could Google a story about a little girl who was expelled from a school for a Tweety Bird train. She said that was her daughter, that was them. And she went in to like explain like the relationship that Rico and her daughter had. She said she never called Rico her uncle, but they had like a uncle niece relationship, and that Rico loved Ashley and would do anything for her. And he bought her this Tweety Bird train, and she was kicked out of school because they said that she was trying to use it as a weapon, which she said, but she wasn't. It's just whatever the school claimed stuck, and she got put out. So it just brings me to more questions, right? He a grown man, but they try to make it seem like something is wrong with him and that Carmen was like abusing him or like holding him against his will. But now that he's on the other side with them, they are saying he's capable and he's a grown man and he's able to do this and he's able to do that. Well, my thing is, why all of a sudden now he over there with y'all, he's capable and able to do this and able to do that. But y'all saying when he was with Carmen, he needed all this help. They had to hold his hand. He couldn't live on his own. But now he's capable of doing that on the other side. I'm a little bit confused. The stories is a little bit, they not making no sense. They flip-flopping, right? And then something else I wanted to point out. Dang, I just lost my thought. Um, hey Shannon, he gotta be slow then. That's what they claim, but then they say he ain't slow. So I'm a little bit confused. If Carmen got a gambling problem and living with Rico, I wonder about them all taking advantage of Rico. Well, I don't know if she lived with Rico. This is what Nicole alleges, that Carmen was living with Rico. Carmen and Tay said that they are still together. They are not split up. And Carmen is in Atlanta for work. Now I did see a previous live before all this stuff happened, where Tay said she might be going to Atlanta soon before all this stuff had happened. So I don't know. Um, and something else I want to also speak about is this, right? Everybody confirms or have seen who watch Carmen. Y'all have seen her go on cruises for weeks, them take vacations, them go on a honeymoon and be away for weeks at a time and stuff like that. And Rico would stay behind in Houston by himself for extended periods of time. So when they were going and away and he stayed in Houston by himself, how was he fending for himself at that time? Was he not eating for weeks at a time when they were gone? Did he all of a sudden forget how to feed himself, like in his last instance with the hurricane? Like, I'm confused, because if y'all saying he was starving and destitute and he couldn't do nothing for himself, then when he was being left alone, when he was being left alone in Houston, solo dolo, Carmen and them is out of the country, living their best life. Why didn't anyone swoop in those instances and get him out of there? Why didn't anybody swoop in and at those times and make sure he was getting what he need? I'm a little bit confused by that, because if that's the case, why nobody called the people? Wellness check, something ain't right. Like, it just don't make sense. That these things all of a sudden he's not capable, but he was capable then. I don't know. It just ain't making sense. Nah, her slow who pays a grown man rent and all his bills and give her money. Nah, she's slow. Well, he worked for her, Ebony, and in return, she paid for his room and board and gave him access to a vehicle. So Rico was her cameraman for her videos, helping her with content. He did small errands around the house. He did light cleaning, did small errands around the house, and ran small errands. So he worked for them. He was like a assistant, a personal assistant. And in return, they covered his living expenses plus gave him pocket money. And he was like a brother to her. And now Wasn't it that hurricane that started? Yes, it was the hurricane that everybody was in the dark in, including Tay. And I put up a video where Tay offered for Rico to come stay at the house so he wouldn't have to be by himself. And he never mentions whether he's going to come stay. And according to Tay, he declined coming to stay with her. So I'm a little bit confused about all this. It just, the more stuff that comes out, the more questions I have. Now it's a petition. Now it's a letter going around, okay? The one group that I follow, I'm not going to say the group name, they are petitioning for people to mail in letters to the news media, radio show, police departments, congressional representative, and any media outlet on all platforms. And please, let's get the truth out there. Let's join forces and use our voices to advocate and demand justice for Rico. Thank you so very much. And this is and money. What kind of work is that shit? I will do it. Pay off. Right. That's what I said. I said if I ain't have no little baby and I wasn't married, I'd be like, you want somebody to fill that position in Carmen? Because the apartment he lived in was nice. He had a 2-bedroom apartment, fully furnished, and it looked nice. And he lived in a nice part of Texas. He lived in the same area that freaking that Carmen and Tay lived in the same area that Darius Cooks live in. You know, Darius Cooks is a multimillionaire. They live in a nice area. He's not living in the slums or a bum or nothing like that. In access, don't forget access to a vehicle, and they put gas in it and pay the insurance, Ebony. You just drive it. Okay? So let me finish this letter though. So this letter they're putting out, they said copy and paste it and print it out and send it to the people. The letter says this: I'm writing to you in hopes that you can help bring awareness to a situation that has been unfolding for several months now on social media. I am a part of a dedicated group of women who have been working to bring down 2 particular content creators for scamming, abuse, and cybercrime, such as harassing people online across multiple states. The people who are orchestrating these crimes are Chef Carmen TV HTX and Miss Oso Prite. Their real names are Carmen Riley and Tanisa Costa. They have a team of people whom they pay to go after others online by stalking and harassing them on their personal pages day and night. The people hired have criminal backgrounds and use fake pages to commit these crimes, mostly on Facebook. Carmen and Tay have been exposed numerous times by those they were hired by that were hired by them, admitting that they were paid via gift cards and cash and were sent burner phones to use. Um, for a couple of years, they make them work 24/7 with little to no pay. Wait, with little to no pay. Um, abusing and neglecting a 50. So he's 57 years old, y'all. Abusing and neglecting a 57-year-old man that has been under their control for the last couple of years. They make him work 24/7. They make him work 24/7 with little to no pay, no essentials provided, and hardly lets him eat. They have used this same person's identification to create credit cards and healthcare accounts for their gain. The victim has finally been rescued from them and has admitted to also being physically and mentally abused. The 2 content creators get online every day and come up with lies and fake events or situations to swindle their followers out of sending cash apps. They have also created a fake page called Feeding Souls where they are collecting money to feed the homeless, but they are pocketing the money instead. People have donated thousands and thousands of dollars to their fake cause, including an illegitimate nonprofit organization. They are based out of Houston. My crew and I really need your help exposing them while we continue to work with local police and FBI on open claims that have been filed against them. If you could get back in touch with me, I would greatly appreciate it. Signed, a concerned advocate for what's right. Hey, Blasted. This is the letter that is being posted in the hate groups. They are telling people to copy and paste it and send it in to their local authorities, um, congressional representatives, and et cetera, et cetera. That letter is crazy right there. That letter is crazy. That letter is crazy. And anybody that would copy and paste that and send it in without seeing tangible proof of the things they are alleging in that letter is wild to me, because you would essentially be committing a crime by reporting false, making a false report essentially to like police officer. I guess you could send this in anonymously, but why would you just? But people on social media gonna do it, right? Why would you copy and paste and send this into authorities without knowing if any of that is true? Without knowing any of that is true. And if any of that is true, right? Because they said mentally and physically abused. Rico himself could go into a police district and file charges against them himself. They would not need the help of social media or people that they don't know. He could go in and file a claim himself. They said no, he does not get Social Security disability. He never has. He doesn't get any state benefits at all. He doesn't get any state benefits at all. He had medical coverage via a medical plan through Chef Carmen and them, the Blue Cross Blue Shield, from my understanding. And he's never received food stamps and stuff like that, at least not while he's with Carmen. Ashley has said for years that if Tay is around, she would disown her mother. That's crazy to me. That's wild to me. When I came across that letter, I was like, what? Y'all is tripping. But that's the recap on Carmen and them, baby. Oh, wait, it's one more thing. So I don't know if y'all got to see it, but Darnell, which is Carmen's friend, is catching he caught a lot of heat today after he did his live. He was supposed to just be covering the fact that Ashley had borrowed $700 from Rico and didn't pay it back, and that they put it out there on social media. But then he ended up getting an inbox where he saw that Ashley had screenshot a post on Carmen's page and like blamed her for sharing out Darnell's live. Darnell said that Chef Carmen didn't share the live, that he has access to her page, and he posted the live to let everybody know he was going live. She said that Ashley at one point had the same access to her mom's page, and she didn't use it to her benefit to grow her pages, and he wasn't going to be the same. He wasn't going to be as foolish as her. And if he has access, he's going to push himself, which that's what he should, right? So he went off on Ashley and pretty much told her she was a fool for not standing in her mom's corner, and that just because she couldn't control what her mom did doesn't mean that she should have turned her back on her, and that pretty much like she's a spoiled brat, and that she can't see that those people are using her. They are allowing them into their space because there's hoping that she will spill some type of beneficial tea. And when she don't move how they need her to move, she's discarded. So from my understanding, she has stuck with Boss Lady, and she no longer works with Boss Lady, for whatever. I don't know the details of that, but he pretty much said when things they couldn't use you no more, didn't get what they needed out of you, you was booted to the curb. So Ashley, who is Carmen's daughter, allegedly, because I seen her sit on one panel with Nikki, who was an op of her mom. I don't understand. If you fall out with your mom, y'all got some type of issue going on. I get that. But I'm never going to go sit with people that are trying to physically attack my mom. Like, have accused Carmen of murder, legit murder. They have, Mandy After Dark has legit tried to attach murder to Chef Carmen. They accuse her of stealing from the homeless, abusing the homeless. They accuse her of scamming people, of burning people out their money. They accuse her of all these types of things. It's no way I will be sitting on panels with these people, regardless of what me and my mama is going through. Nah, he tripped because the pocket money got low. But even with that free rent and medical, I would have been door dashing for pocket. Girl, that's what now this was a question. They said, could it be that Chef Carmen's money got low, wasn't coming in the way it was? She lost her monetization on social media and had to start over, right? So they saying, could it be because she's not making the buku money she was making before, that he skipped town? He like, the money gone, so I'm gone. I think that's a legitimate question. That's a legitimate question. Now, I don't know. These are just questions. Again, I'm not saying that Rico does not have a leg to stand on. I'm not saying that Rico's story is false. I'm not saying that he's telling lies. I'm just listening to both sides and just formulating and speculating based off what's been shared. And I don't have an inclination to like either person more than the other. I don't know Chef Carmen. I don't know Rico. I don't know Ashley. I don't know Boss Lady. These are just all social media presence to me. I have no personal attachments to none of them. Never met none of these people. Just basing it off what I'm hearing today and so forth. Now, I'm not saying Rico don't have a story. What I'm saying is some stuff y'all putting out is working in opposition to the story that y'all putting out. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that Chef Carmen and the other people are saying is making sense. And until some tangible evidence is posted, like to prove something, then I don't know. I'm listening just like y'all. But when Ashley confirmed the reason for the fallout, I'm gonna take that all day. You said it. You typed that out on that screen and admitted to why y'all fell out. And this whole situation was brought to social media by the daughter. It wasn't brought to social media by Carmen or Tay or anyone else. Ashley brought it to social media, and that was confirmed on a live today. So I'm just watching like y'all. I'm just watching like y'all. I'm just watching like y'all. So I don't know. 10 years ago. I'm just watching like y'all. Hey Layla, how you doing, love? He said on 2K's live that he was physically abused 10 years ago. 10 years ago he was physically abused. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. But you can tell that he's being coached. I'm gonna have to go back and go watch that live when I'm done over here. But I ain't done over here, so I'm gonna go check that out when I'm done. So that's pretty much the recap on Chef Carmen and I'm gonna have to go catch 2K's live and go listen to that and see what they talking about as well. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to um let's go ahead and move on to Jolie and Drashawn, y'all. How you feeling, Layla? How the baby? Right, 10 years ago? He ain't saying he got abused today or yesterday or it's ongoing. He said 10 years ago, one incident, and not saying that that one incident was okay at all. But this was before he moved by himself with them to Houston. I'm confused. But anyway, so I'm gonna go listen to that live for myself to go see what they was talking about. So it was a situation with Jolie and Drashawn where Amber, who is his now ex-girlfriend, I don't know if they got back together yet or not. His now ex-girlfriend had said that Jolie was sleeping with her man. They was doing things that was inappropriate. Drashawn went to jail. I don't know what he went to jail for. And Amber did a live with 2K. I still never went to go watch that live. I was supposed to, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I never did. But Drashawn and Jolie end up doing a live together where Drashawn admitted that he not going to say he innocent in the situation, that they did cross boundaries. He said, I never thought of Jolie like in no sexual way. So some of the things that we would do, like how we would interact, I could understand how my girlfriend felt some type of way, but it wasn't like that. But I could understand how she, as a woman, felt some type of way. He said, like Jolie sitting on my lap, I could see her feeling some type of way about that. He said, but it wasn't sexual. She just sat on my lap. Like it wasn't nothing deep. In this picture, Jolie licking her arm. She just being creepy and funny. Like it was just funny, creepy, like weird stuff. But it was never no situation where um child, it was never no situation on I was just watching that weird girl that just got put out of May promo talking about she's still talking about May. We're gonna cover her too. We're gonna cover her too. So I'm like, dang. And Amber went through his iPad and found some content and stuff that was inappropriate and she went off. And Drashawn said they broke up, they're not getting back together because although he could understand why she felt some type of way, what she did going on social media was just unforgivable or whatever. He also said that Jolie used to be in her defense, like, I could understand, like, she mad, no, you wrong, this is that and the third, blah, 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 like y'all need to talk and fix it, right? But if you've seen these things, Jolie, why would you continue to put yourself in a position to make that girl feel uncomfortable or to feel some type of way? Feeling some type of way. Who got a video? Did they play it, Lolo? Mendez? Did they post the video? May wasn't talking about her child. May reiterated the same thing that Shauna reiterated on her live. Shauna spoke about how one of the reasons why she wasn't going live was because she had to get her child situated in his placement. And when May did her live, she brung up the reasons that Shauna gave for her not being active in the membership. But May didn't find out about these things until after she had been absent for over a week or two out the mentorship. She didn't find out until afterwards because Shauna never reached out and let them know that she wasn't available to go live. But she didn't talk about her child like in a negative way. She didn't talk about her in a negative way. Do me a favor, love. Please don't announce about other people's lives in the comments. It will have people leave this live, and that's not what I want. But I will definitely go catch the replay. Thank you. So, dang, I'm lost in my tracks. What I was talking about, Drashawn and Jolie. Drashawn and Jolie. Now y'all gonna have me in my live because now y'all got me wanting to go figure out what's going on over there. We might have to come back, y'all, because now I want to go figure out what's going on over there. I'm lost in the sauce now. I don't remember what I was about to say. Listen, y'all. Everybody keep coming over here announcing this live that 2K got going on with Carmen and them, and that is going down. So I'm gonna go try to catch that live to go find out what's going on over there on 2K page. And then we might come back tonight, or I'll be back on here tomorrow to come figure out and come talk to y'all about what we all have seen on Talks with 2K, y'all. I'm assuming this is on 2K Talks with 2K or 2K TV. So y'all go over there and go check his live out, and we'll be back to finish this recap maybe later on tonight or tomorrow, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna catch y'all on a flip side.
Nice. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room. The tea is coming soon. We got the tea. If you at home or on the move, but you gotta stay tuned. Stay tuned, y'all. Summer's room.
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.